Welcome back to Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Welcoming back some of my favorite people from the Black Heritage Society, Mr. Sylvester Brown. Good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you, man.
Good morning, KG, and to all your wonderful audiences out there.
Yeah, and then you also brought along the lovely Ivy Okoro.
Hey,
how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you again. Last time we were in a fashion show some weeks ago. And it was a great time. So
it was
good.
A great time.
Good to see you.
You did a great job. Thank you for helping us.
Well, thank you so much. Well, Mr. Brown,
Well, KG,
it is that time of the year.
It's that time of the year, and we look forward to it, of course, every year. This is our 40th. This is the original MLK Parade. A lot of people might say, why do we call it original? Because it's the first parade in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and our entire nation. January 21st, 1978, we have it on film, and the Forward Times wrote the story on it. So we're just so excited that we've had 40 consecutive years of holding this parade here, and we're just excited. We got it's not only a parade, but we do an annual celebration amongst other things.
Yeah,
science, technology, engineering, math, educational programs that we have. We have a bench statue. Of course, we're proud to know that we bought the Martin Luther King statue, larger than life statue, here at McGregor Park. It's right there at the corner of Old Spanish Trail and Martin Luther King Boulevard. It is wonderful. Sits right across the street from the Martin Luther King Jr. rail station. So, as I say, we've got quite a few things to go on when you say the Black Heritage Society. Our leader, Mr. Ovi Duncantale, legendary Ovi Duncantale, who has started this organization back in 1978. Actually, he started a little before 1978. He changed the name to Black Heritage Society in 1978 or the latter part of 77. But prior to that, it was he had basically was under another name, the Central Committee for the Protection of Poor People when it first started, okay? But Dr. King father came along in 1978 when he visited Houston. He wanted to lock in with an organization that he thought would be loyal and that would carry out the mission of his son. So he found Ovi Duncantale and the Black Heritage Society, and the rest is history. He was the Grand Marshal for the very first parade, January 21st, 1978. And of course, it was wonderful, and we've done that every year since then. And we've actually practice the doctrine of Dr. King also with the various programs that we do throughout the year.
Indeed. And I love that. And that's why I'm such a huge supporter of the Black Heritage Society's MLK Parade, the original MLK Parade. And as you said, Mr. Brown, not to get confused with the other ones that will also be happening on MLK Day, which is actually his birthday. What I really love that you all are doing over there, and you're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to the great people at the Black Heritage Society. Let's talk more about this MLK STEMs program because, science, technology, engineering, and math, that is the way for these kids these days growing up in school, coming up in school. So how can parents have their children involved in this MLK STEM program?
Well, let me say this. They can go online. Basically, you can actually reach the STEMS education project through MLKSTEMSchallenge.org.
Okay.
Miss Ebony Davis has been with us for the past 4 years, and she directs that program, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math program. We have wonderful sponsors. For instance, Citgo is one of our major sponsors. We were at the summer. We were at the Houston Texans YMCA, and also I like to also give Mr. McNair and the McNair Foundation their props because they're one of our supporters also. But as I said, we are excited always to be out and go out in the community and service kids because one thing when it comes to children, there's a conventional way that children are able to learn and comprehend.
Right.
But then there is a new way that many are using now. I don't know if many of the audience probably have heard of Ron Clark Academy out of Atlanta.
Yes.
But the
successful
model,
graduation rate.
Right.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
100.
And our model of our program is similar to that. And I want to give Ms. Davis her props because she has been absolutely wonderful in making sure that that she reaches out and especially grab those kids that others might turn away. Those are the very kids she reached for, so those things are going very, very well. But in addition to the STEMs project, we are expanding our reach in the community, and we just hopeful that the people that are listening and folks who may have kids that are interesting, please contact the Black Heritage Society or the MLKStemsChallenge.org for additional information.
Indeed. You're listening to Access Houston, talking to Sylvester Brown and Ivy Okoro from the Black Heritage Society. The original MLK Parade happening on Monday, January the 15th, which is actually Dr. Martin Luther King's actual birthday.
Right,
this
absolutely.
year it falls on. And then we also have the holiday celebration. The MLK Memorial Project, what is that all about? Enlighten us.
Yeah, so the MLK Memorial Project has been something that Black Heritage Society has taken many, many years to continue to develop. For those of you who are listening, if you may not know, we actually have our very own MLK Memorial here in Houston at McGregor Park. And what we've decided to do is that we want to kind of form an organization project that will continue to allow us to bring more different figures to the park that our children can come in there. They can see their statues, they can see the benches and learn about these figures and know who they are and why they're important. Not only national figures that you may recognize, such as Rosa Parks or Nelson Mandela, but some of our local heroes and local contributors as well. So we are going to be launching that campaign even further going into 2018. And we are looking for the community's support to continue to add on to what we've already established. We do have the Tree of Life. And then we also have the actual grand statue of Dr. King as well, too.
Nice. Now, you have to pledge your allegiance right here and now to say that when it kicks off, you will come back on this program.
Yes,
so we can let the community know.
Absolutely.
You're thinking it was something real serious. You're so cute, Ivy.
Yeah. Because we're going to be, and just to add to that, we're going to be, as Ivy was speaking, we're going to be adding 4 bench statues. They're larger than life bench statues. And the first 2 that we've already had the groundbreaking, we had the groundbreaking in April
2017.
In April 2017. As a matter of fact, we was happy to have our new commissioner, Rodney Ellis, to preside over the groundbreaking. Of course, our wonderful mayor, Mayor Sylvester Turner, and our District D councilperson, Dwight Borkins. We had a wonderful groundbreaking out there, and the first 2 statues, as I said, that we're going to be adding out there is Rosa Parks and Nelson Mandela. They'll both be sitting on benches. For those who are visiting the park, they'll be able to go and sit down on a bench beside either one of those icons and just have a day of anonymity, just a day of serenity, so we're excited about that. Our capital campaign is just kicking off. It'll go from from January to December. We hope to have our first installments around April, of 2018. I'm sorry, April 2019.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, keep me posted with that. Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming through. The parade is Monday, and it is downtown. Give us the parade route, or at least where people should, what time they should get there to line up to get a good seat, and where about.
Early, because we're kicking off sharply at 10 a.m. and it's going to be a great time. You guys can actually come out to where Minute Maid Park is located, right there off of Texas, to kind of see the action, and then we'll be spread out around and about the parade route as well too. So for anyone that is interested in actually participating in the parade or even volunteering at the parade or the MLK Taste of Houston, which will be at 12 noon immediately after the parade in Lot B of Minute Maid Park, then we encourage you to go to our website, which is www.blackheritagesociety.org for more details.
And real quick, tell us about the Taste of Houston.
Oh, the MLK Taste of Houston.
Yeah.
So that is going to be such a great time, and we're really happy to bring this back for a second year in a row. From those of you that attended last year, we got a chance to do this in partnership with the Houston Super Bowl committee, so that was really fun. We're going to have a great day of food, entertainment, children's activities, and everything in between. So that will take place in Lot B of Minute Maid Park immediately after the parade at 12 noon until about 4:35 p.m.
Oh, I will be there with my money ready to
Looking
eat.
forward to it.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Sylvester
Yes.
Brown and Ivy Okoro from the Black Heritage Society, thank you for coming on. The parade is Monday, 10 a.m. on Texas Street downtown, right over there by Minute Maid Park. So get there probably about an hour and a half early so you and the kids could get a good seat on the curb and just celebrate the history and the legacy and the dream of the moral king, in my mind,
Yes.
Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, thank you so much for having us, KG.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And
Thank you.
good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming back from the Greater Houston Frontiers Club. He is the president and the CEO, Mr. Donnell Cooper. What's up, man?
KG, how you doing? Happy New Year to you, buddy.
Happy New Year to you, man. Tomorrow, another historic day.
Another historical day.
Another historical morning because it'll be the 30th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Breakfast that the Greater Houston Frontier Club puts on. But for those who may not even be familiar or know about the Greater Houston Frontiers Club, tell us about them, about you all and what you do.
Definitely. Well, definitely want to thank again Radio 1 and Magic 102 for all your support and other things you've done for us for over the last 30 years. We were formerly known as the North Houston Frontiers, and we are a local nonprofit minority organization. However, we are on a national platform, and so there are 37 chapters. Houston chapter primarily being the largest chapter. And on last year, we had the opportunity to rebrand ourselves and go to the new name, which is now the Greater Houston Frontiers, a name that I'm very, very proud of because upon my leadership, I wanted to go in a new direction and making sure that we were creating a new signature imprint here in the Houston area. And so it's a great privilege to be able to complete our first 12 months, but now going into our second 10-year of our 12-month cycle, entering our 30th year anniversary. And so our largest platform is basically centered around scholarships. And so all of our proceeds go back towards local students here in the Harris County area, giving them an opportunity to make a difference. And I share with everyone all the time, everyone has had an opportunity for someone in your life to touch you financially. And we ask everybody every day to just join partnerships with us. We thank all of our corporate partners who have been so dedicated throughout these 30 years, who have allowed us to be here today to make this significant opportunity. But more than anything, just giving us a great opportunity to be able to celebrate Dr. King's birthday and have this event on his actual birthday.
On the actual birthday.
So 30 years on Dr. King's day. Hey, this my dream come true.
Indeed. Can you speak on the importance of education? Because I've done a few things with you all.
Correct.
And,
yes.
Education is paramount for the Greater Houston Frontiers Club and these scholarships. And the event last summer when the kids were graduating, like that really touched me.
Definitely.
Just speak on why that's so important to you.
Definitely. Paramount on education is just so important, especially in today's society. Being able to give back at just a small snippet of what we want to do. We really want to be able to continue to sow the educational tool and the educational seed, giving students an opportunity to venture into that side of education. College is not promised for anyone.
True.
Once you leave 12th grade, a lot of students are saying, what's next? And so we want to be able to give them that financial opportunity to say, here's the door, here's here's the opening opportunity for you to exceed into any opportunity that you want to. And so that scholarship process is very, very, very important. We want to thank you again for your participation last year. And you got just a snip opportunity to see in that opportunity, just 30 individuals.
Yeah.
But we're dealing on the front end. We have over 175 students who are applying for the scholarship on a daily basis. And to be able to narrow that number down to 30 is so hard process, where every student deserves an opportunity. Every student has a dedicated story, and every student has made a sacrifice. And so to narrow that down to 30 is a large opportunity for us. But we're so privileged that we can help someone.
Right.
Yes.
Those are some phenomenal kids that
Definitely.
You gave those scholarships to.
Definitely.
This past summer, I was just in awe of their story, how they articulated the things. It gave me hope about the future.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You listen to Access Houston, talking to president of the Greater Houston Frontiers Club, Donnell Cooper. The 30th MLK breakfast happening tomorrow morning. It's always a great breakfast. So who we got speaking this year?
Well, it's a good question, KG, because everybody's been asking that same question. And
you giving us a surprise? We gotta wait till Monday.
Don't have to wait till Monday, but I will tell you that it won't be anybody that you know, but it will be somebody, most importantly, which is going to be our youth. And so we thought we would do a little something different this year for our 30th. So we're going to have 5 of our past scholarship recipients giving testimonials as our guest speaker. And so we want the audience, we want our corporate partners, we want our attendees to be able to hear, how has the financial seed been a blessing to those who have already received? How has organization been so important over the last 4 to 5 years and played an influential aspect in their lives? And so we think it's going to be a very touching opportunity, and most important, it's going to really be able to sell the story of why have we been here 30 years.
Right. And I'm sure people will get to see when you donate to the Greater Houston Frontiers Club. This is where your money is going, and this is what we are producing when we ask for donations. And since we're on that, how can people donate?
Hey, we're asking everyone to go to our website, GreaterHoustonFrontiers.com. This is a tax-deductible donation. We're going to be carrying the legacy after Monday, January 15th, all year, pushing this 30th year anniversary. So we're going to push in a $30 campaign for the next 12 months, asking everyone, just take an opportunity to donate $30 to change your life. Plant a seed for $30. So our website, GreaterHoustonFrontiers.com, that's the way that everybody can participate for the breakfast. Tickets available, as well as tables available. But most importantly, make a donation, because we know that this is just one of the many historical moments that are happening on Dr. King's Day. And everybody can't be at one place at one time, but everyone has an opportunity to give.
Indeed. You're listening to Access Houston. Donnell Cooper is in the studio with me from the Greater Houston Frontiers Club. Another great event that's later on in the year, we'll just touch on it a little bit, your golf tournament. Golf tournament
is right around the corner, and due to our devastation that we had here in 2017 with Hurricane Harvey, that really kind of took a great deal out of our golf tournament. And so we are upon our 25th anniversary annual golf tournament. It's going to be on March 5th, which happens to be my annual birthday on March 5th. So I'm very, very excited about that. But most importantly, this is a historical day. Again, proceeds going back to our scholarship initiatives. But we're very, very excited, because it's going to be probably the first year in the last 12 to 15 years that we're coming back in Harris County. So we're going to be back at Herman Park, first time ever. And 2 years ago, we had one of our founding members, Colonel Phil Thorne, that passed. And he was an alumnus of Prairie View University, and he actually had his own scholarship initiative that supported students going back to Prairie View. But he hosted his annual golf tournament every year at Herman Park. So we decided to continue his legacy and move our golf tournament to Herman Park. And again, we have the blessings of his family, the blessings of his church, that are supporting us with that initiative as well. So again, we're asking the local Houston, Harris County golfers to come out and meet us March 5th, Herman Park, 8 o'clock, shotgun start.
No doubt. Yeah. So you'll come back to talk about the golf tournament.
Definitely. And hopefully I'll be with you as well.
Yeah, indeed. But listen, you want to come to the breakfast tomorrow morning? Log on to GreaterHoustonFrontiers.com. It's GreaterHoustonFrontiers.com for the 30th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Scholarship Breakfast happening at George R. Brown this year.
Definitely. Hey,
Okay.
we're going to be back at Georgia Brown, and it's, again, funny you mentioned that as well. I want to take just a quick minute to thank our partners who allow us to be at the Georgia Brown. I can't say many people who are able to be in that space on that morning, but definitely want to thank HEB, Houston First, Reliant, UPS, Centerpoint, Colonial Life and Accidental, Core America Bank, Shell Oil, Kroger's, Kilson Seaboat, Wells Fargo, TSU, just to name a few of the partners for 2018 who are allowing us or who have supported us to be a part of this 30th year anniversary. Thank you.
No, I want to thank you for everything that you do for education for these children, everything in the community. That you know, there are some people who around this time they just like to capitalize off of the legacy of Dr. King, and it's the only thing that they do, and they are nowhere else in the community throughout the entire year, and that's, you know, I'm just like, ugh. But
yes, definitely.
The Greater Houston Frontiers Club with the continuation, you know, all of the organizations, be it the Black Heritage Society, whoever, like you all are about that life.
Thank you so much, KG. Thank you.
And we will see you tomorrow morning.
See you tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
bright and shine, bright and early.
Yes, President of the Greater Houston Frontiers Club, Mr. Donnell Cooper. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening to Access Houston.